it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, soul visionaries and potential soul visionaries out there. I am your host, Sherrod Cohen, and you are now rocking with the Soul Vision POWERCAST. You know that place where we keep it unfiltered and raw. We talk about anything from porn to politics. We'll even talk about the things you might have heard or even saw. Hey, man, don't shoot the messenger on this one, man. You know, we got more Kendrick and Drake news out here, man. You know, J. Cole and Hove have gotten out here and done some interviews, and people are now they're really ramping up the conspiracies. You know, J. Cole is talking about people teaming up against Drake and all this. It's like, oh, man. I've never seen so many people cry over a grown man losing a damn rap battle. A rap battle. A rap battle in which he egged on. He told this nigga, drop. He begged him to drop. He said, no, you ain't getting out of this one this time. He told this man, he called him pipsqueak. He told him to pipe down. He told this man to come out and do what he got to do because this the last time. And it's like, everybody's overlooking everything that Drake has done. And then these guys out here, man, he called him the pedophile. He called him a pedophile. That's the worst word you can be called in the whole English language and this and that and the other. And if you're not a pedophile, why are you crying? Why are you crying? If you're not doing all of these things, man, it's too many. See, like I said before, the reason why both of these guys slung mud, but it's stuck on one more than it's stuck on the other. The reason why it's stuck on Drake the way that it did, it looks more believable because the motherfucker has done some questionable stuff, said some questionable stuff, made some questionable moves as far as it pertains to young girls. Come on, man. Let's stop pretending like Kendrick actually made up all these allegations against Drake. He did not make them up. He was just merely repeating what was out there, what's on the internet. Hey, man, why can't y'all hold this man, Drake, accountable for calling somebody out to a battle and then getting his ass kicked and being a sore loser about it? Why? I mean, so now everybody's against Drake. Everybody's jealous of Drake. You know, Gilly, like I said a week and a half ago or something, a week and a half ago, Gilly is saying, oh, nobody's proved that he's a minor. Nobody's proved he's a pedophile and all this other. But nobody can prove that he isn't either. See, that's the thing. It's like a 50-50 joint with him. You know, how many grown men do you know text 13-year-olds? That's not family related. That's not related. How many grown men are out here following high school girl basketball players? How many grown men are inviting minors to parties, allegedly? How many grown men are pulling 17-year-olds on stage and saying what Drake said? You all need to take a step back. You can still love his music. You can still follow him and do whatever. But, you know, at what point do you hold this man accountable for his actions? Like I said, he called Kendrick out. Then he tried to hit Kendrick with a domestic violence allegation. Then he said, hey, man, your homeboy is the father of your child. Now, that's not some egregious shit right there, because that's you saying that this man is a lame that's taking care of his homeboy's child with his woman who happens to be a hoe. But y'all worried about somebody being called a pedophile, and there's actual shit out here that can substantiate that being said. Rory and Maul, man, it's like y'all want to talk about people being hypocrites. Y'all want to talk about people being too loyal to a rapper. Y'all are too loyal to Drake. You all would not call this man out for nothing, for anything that he's done. I remember at one point, Maul, you were screaming at the top of your fucking lungs that Kendrick beat his girl. You were screaming this. You was throwing a hissy fit. At what point do you let this grown man actually grow up, man? See, I think the problem with Drake is Peter Pan. He doesn't ever want to grow up. And as long as his fans don't hold him accountable and don't expect for him to mature, he will not. And then on top of all of this shit, the dude files a lawsuit for being called a pedophile. Now, y'all want to say also about the money. It's about, well, this brother knew, since he studied rap battles for a living, this brother knew what to expect when he jumped off into this situation. Yeah, Michael Eric Dyson or whatever tried to come out and make this whole thing about something other than what it was. I mean, you see, y'all keep talking about the media is jumping down on Drake, trying to drag him down and beat him down. No, the media from you guys' sides are trying to prop him up and rewrite history. You all are trying to revise history right in front of our eyes. And the bad thing is, it's not like you're trying to revise history from 20 years ago. Y'all trying to revise history from 2 years ago, as if everybody on the other side of it, or just looking at this thing objectively, has some type of amnesia. Everybody just forgot what went down and how it went down. Had one of Drake's songs stuck, you guys will be jamming it left and right. And y'all still can. I mean, if y'all saying he's the #1 streamed artist in the world, right? Y'all made him #1 streaming it. Why y'all not doing it now? Why y'all not sitting up here instead of concentrating on what Kendrick is doing or not doing and all this? And why not make him #1 again? How come y'all can't make him #1 again? Did y'all make him #1 or did UMG make him #1? UMG is in the business of making money. They was going to hop on. They don't have any loyalty to neither one of these artists. Had Drake, the fake ass AI song, if that blew up big time, they'd have put money behind that. You know, the tailor-made joint. They would have threw money behind that in a major way. Had any of those songs Drake made banged out, they'd have put money behind that too. They're in the business of making money. And then, didn't y'all mans always say that if somebody diss him, they'll never get a reply? You know, hell, put it this way. Even if J. Cole's song would have hit, J. Cole wouldn't have pulled that back. He would have left that joint out there. It is what it is. It'd still be out there. So it's like, man, at what point do you just hold this man accountable for his actions? He wanted a battle. He got a battle. He lost the battle. It's time to move on. Meek Mill had to move on. Ja Rule had to move on. Jay-Z had to move on. Cube had to move on. All these rappers have been in battles before, and any one of them that lost did what? They just moved on. But Drake is a pampered kid. He's still a kid in the mind. He's still a kid emotionally. You know, he's sitting out here making duck lips posts. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand. I don't understand how grown men cannot hold another grown man responsible for his actions. If somebody I know jumped out there, jumped in a fight, started the motherfucker, got his ass whooped, and then, oh man, I'm about to call the police. Oh, bro, I can't fuck with you. Nah, hell no, you started the fight, bro. He whooped your feet, flat out. He put them hands on you, boy. When? At what point Does a Drake stan say, you know what, man, how about we stop bringing this shit up? Because guess what? The majority of all this attention that's still on this battle is coming from the Drake side. The Kendrick side mostly responds to what the Drake stans are saying. This battle is over with. Kendrick done got his own label started. Baby Keem album has dropped. This man has moved on. This man has done other shit. They done did chains and whips. He's moved on. He's past the battle. Drake and his fans are the only ones still trying to get some type of win out of this shit. At what point do you say, hey, you know what, Drake, man, grow the fuck up, grow a pair of nuts, take this loss. Any man that's been in the streets before, man, done got into a squabble, man, done got either roughed up, had a hard go at it, or lost. But what you do, hey, you get up, dust yourself off, and you keep it moving like a man should. Maybe that's his problem. Maybe he didn't have enough men around him that actually squabbled or got into it or did anything like it that's remotely similar to a fade. See, he would understand. Hey, man, you win some, you lose some. But he's been the industry darling for so long. UMG has had him propped up for so long. And then now they say, you know what, bro? You want to fight? You want to go battle? Have at it. We're just going to watch. We're going to make money off both sides. It's like the people that, it's like folks that invest in war. They don't care what side wins. They're going to make money off either side. And that's what UMG did. We're going to make money off either side regardless. Kendrick, hey, he made that, and the song just went super nuts. And then the Super Bowl comes. Y'all crying about the Super Bowl. Oh, Jay put him on there. He picked a side. No, Jay went with the motherfucker that was banging the hardest at the time. That Kendrick thing, you want to ride that wave. The NFL is about ratings. Threw Kendrick out there, 133.5 million. Made history. So Jay-Z did the right thing that way. But Jay-Z is wrong about battles. It's funny how a man can be in a battle and then say, oh, we should take battling out the culture. It went too far. Kendrick called him this, and, he called him a pedophile, and then, hey, it is what it is. People know what they're getting into. They're grown men battling. You know what possibly can happen if you get into a battle and you take it too far. Once you cross a line, like he said, this line down here, it said, he said he's about keeping it a friendly fade. Where is this at? Because that's all he said. He says, we ain't got to get personal. This is a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. Y'all could have just tested each other's lyrical abilities. But Drake did what Drake does. He tries to attack someone's woman. That doesn't bother y'all too? That he's always attacking women. Rihanna, Serena, Pusha T's lady, Kendrick's lady. That doesn't bother y'all? I can't beat your boyfriends up, so guess what? I'm going to go after the... That's crazy. Man, Drake stans should just sit back, man, and say, you know what? It's time for this dude to grow up. It's time for him to get over it. It's time for y'all to get over it. Y'all want to cry about, oh, he did all of this stuff for all of these people. Man, let me tell y'all this. Y'all want to cry that, oh, he gave this person, their first number ones. But yeah, they gave Drake something that's more important than that number one. They gave that motherfucker credibility within the culture. By fucking with him, he got credibility from that. All Kendrick did was come and just strip it away. He fake. He a pop artist. And that's what he is. He's a pop artist. Why are y'all mad? He's a pop artist. He's still doing what he does. He's still, ever since the battle, he's made the same old music that he's always made. How come y'all not banging it? Instead of talking about Kendrick and calling him a pedophile, y'all should be playing Drake music. Put that energy into making Drake #1. Or is it that he can't go #1 because UMG removed their hands off from him? This man should be concentrating on making the dopest album possible. I mean, it's time for him to grow up. It's time for him to just face the facts. You lost. You lost. You lost. That's it. Everybody lose. That's how you find out who you truly are. That's when you know what you're really made of. After you lose. It's what you do after you lose that determine who you are as a man. Fuck as a rapper, but as a man. Who are you now that you done got your little golden armor tarnished? Who are you now? That's what you need to figure out, bro. Who the fuck am I? Am I Drake, the sing-songy emotional dude? Or am I Drake, the mob boss that's still emotional? Or am I a Karen that's crying about losing a battle when somebody calling me a name? After I called them names. Hey man, it's 2026. We still in the mix, and we gonna rise and fly. Peace.